Yesterday speech statement on the Charlie Kirk show. We're just going to jump right into this because
our country has become unrecognizable. These people have perverted the truth to the point that they motivated the murder of my husband.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Patriotic Housewife. Today's topic is a serious one, because things seem to have reached a breaking point.
They've continuously tried to assassinate the president, and anyone who stands in their way is labeled hateful, racist, fascist, and every other trigger word that is grossly
disappointing. Recently, a grieving widow made a very emotional public statement, saying she feels like she's at her absolute limit. This statement was delivered during a show appearance, and it has sparked a lot of discussion online. So without wasting any time, let's jump straight into it and break things down. But before we do, if you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support really helps.
Honest. We want the best for our country. They don't. This is why Charlie started Turning Point USA in the first place. He didn't trust the radicalized liberal teachers. And this past Saturday, it was a school teacher.
Helps. Now let's talk about what was said. In her statement, she expressed that the world has become increasingly negative, to the point where truth and falsehood are being blurred. She suggested that misinformation and certain narratives have played a role in shaping public perception around her husband's death. She also argued that people who share her views are often labeled with terms
of all people, a school teacher that attempted to change our history for the worst with bullets. And everyone is asking why I even went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And it was because many of the journalists in that room have attempted to dehumanize me, and I wanted to meet some of them face
like hateful, racist, or extreme, without proper context or understanding. Her main point was that she believes her side wants what's best for the country, while she feels others do not. Now here's where things get interesting. She explained why she chose to attend a high-profile event, despite previously canceling multiple appearances due to safety concerns. According to her, she wanted to face journalists directly, the same people she believes have misrepresented her, and have real face-to-face conversations instead of indirect coverage. However, critics have raised some questions. Some argue that if someone genuinely feels unsafe, choosing to attend such a public and high-visibility event seems contradictory. They point out that there were many other ways she could have shared her message, like controlled interviews or private platforms. So naturally, this has led to some skepticism. She also described the atmosphere at the event. She noted how people from completely different political and media backgrounds were all gathered in one place, interacting and setting aside their differences, at least for one night. But at the same time, she suggested that this unity is temporary, and that things quickly return to conflict afterward. One of the more controversial points she made was about how some journalists reacted during a chaotic moment. She claimed that even in a tense situation, some individuals were focused on recording footage instead of prioritizing safety, suggesting that the drive to capture a story sometimes overrides basic instincts. This, of course, drew criticism as well. Some people argue that public figures themselves often engage with media during emotional or high-profile moments, so placing all the blame on journalists may come across as one-sided. Finally, she made a broader point about society. She suggested that growing division and ideological influence are creating serious consequences, and that the issue isn't just external, but also rooted within the mindset of people. She goes on to describe the emotional toll of everything that's been happening, not just on herself but on the people around her as well. She argues that no public figure in modern American history has faced this level of danger, and that the reactions from certain groups have, at times, been dismissive or even inappropriate. Her message here is simple. At the end of the day, everyone involved is human. She asks the audience to think about it from a personal perspective. How anyone would feel if their loved one was targeted, and people responded with jokes or indifference. She then brings up a specific example involving a comedian, claiming that certain remarks crossed the line and turned a serious situation into something insensitive. According to her, this reflects a broader cultural issue, where serious events are sometimes reduced to entertainment or political point scoring. Now, this is where reactions start to split. Critics argue that once you're in the public eye, especially at that level. Criticism and even satire come with it. Whether fair or not, that's part of modern media culture. Others, however, agree that there should still be a line, especially when it comes to personal tragedy. She continues by describing the past several months as extremely difficult, saying she's been the target of constant headlines, accusations, and online commentary. From her perspective, this has gone beyond criticism and entered the territory of dehumanization. And that's a key word she keeps coming back to: dehumanization. Her argument is that when people are constantly portrayed in a negative or distorted way, it becomes easier for others to justify extreme opinions about them. In her view, this kind of environment creates division and pushes society further apart. Now again, not everyone agrees with this take. Some people believe the backlash she's facing is a direct result of her own public actions and statements. Others feel that questioning public figures is completely valid and part of open discourse. So once again, it really comes down to perspective. She then shifts to a broader message about the state of the country. She warns that division, media narratives, and ideological conflicts are becoming more intense, and that ignoring these issues could have serious consequences. At the same time, she calls for unity, encouraging people to communicate, debate, and engage with each other rather than shutting conversations down. She even references a biblical message about overcoming negativity with positivity, framing her position as a call for constructive dialogue instead of conflict. And according to her, that's the vision she believes her husband originally stood for: open conversation, even between people who strongly disagree. Now, here's where critics push back again. Some argue that the division we're seeing today isn't one-sided, and that it comes from multiple factors, including political influence, media, and individual responsibility. Others say that people today are simply thinking more independently, questioning narratives, and forming their own opinions, which naturally leads to disagreement. Toward the end, she emphasizes that she wants to continue speaking out, for her family, for future generations, and for what she believes is right. She presents this as a larger mission, not just personal but national,